Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are not just talking about a car. Oh no. We are looking at something that feels like a 1949 Buick Super walked into a hardware store, had a midlife crisis and said, "Give me that garden shed. I'm becoming a house." And honestly, I respect the confidence, because this thing is half elegant post-war American sedan, half my uncle had a weekend and zero supervision, and somehow 100% unforgettable. And before we dive into this rolling architectural experiment, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because if you enjoy stories where classic cars lose their dignity but gain personality, you're in the right place. Hit that button, support the madness, and let's continue before my neighbor Bob starts yelling that this Buick is actually an alien surveillance van. He's been wrong before, but also weirdly confident. Now let's talk history. The Buick Super wasn't just any car. It was born in the United States, crafted by Buick, a division of General Motors, and produced across multiple generations from 1940 to 1958. But like many great American stories, it took a dramatic pause during World War II. Factories shifted from building cars to supporting the war effort, and civilian production slowed to a crawl. When 1949 rolled around, the world was rebuilding, optimism was back, and cars like the Buick Super returned as symbols of prosperity. The 1949 model marked the beginning of the third generation. It carried smoother curves, more chrome, and that unmistakable post-war confidence. This wasn't just transportation, it was a statement. Families bought these cars to celebrate stability, success, and the dream of hitting the open road. Ironically, someone looked at that dream and said, "What if we never leave the car at all?" Back in the early to mid-1950s, converting sedans into campers wasn't unheard of. Americans were experimenting, traveling more, and trying to stretch their dollars. And here's where it gets mysterious. Nobody knows who built this particular conversion, no records, no proud inventor stepping forward, no blueprint labeled "totally normal idea." It's like it just appeared one day, assembled by a man with determination, basic tools, and possibly a few questionable life decisions. My friend Timmy once tried to convert his sedan into a mobile bar. It didn't end well, and neither did his third marriage. Still, this Buick camper stands as one of the earliest examples of that DIY movement, a strange, bold, slightly unhinged attempt to turn a family sedan into a home on wheels. It reflects a time when people weren't afraid to experiment, fail, or accidentally create something that future generations would stare at and say, "Why?" Under the hood, well, theoretically under the hood, this 1949 Buick would have originally come with the famous Fireball straight-8 engine. That's 248 cubic inches, or about 4 liters, smooth, reliable, and designed for comfortable cruising rather than speed. By 1950, Buick upgraded to a larger 263 cubic inch or 4-liter version, marking the end of an era for this iconic engine line. The original drivetrain would have included rear-wheel drive and a manual or automatic transmission typical of the era, designed for smooth highway cruising. Suspension was soft, prioritizing comfort over cornering because, let's be honest, this was a car for long drives, not sharp turns, especially not now, when the back half looks like it might file a complaint if you take a corner too fast. Physically, the Buick Super was a full-size sedan, stretching roughly 208 inches long, which is about 528 centimeters. It was wide, heavy, and built like a proper American road cruiser, had a homemade camper shell to the rear, and you're essentially driving a small apartment with commitment issues. And speaking of that rear section, we'll get there, because what's happening back there deserves its own therapy session. Now let's talk design philosophy, if we can even call it that without the design community filing a formal complaint. What we see here is not just a modification, it's a mindset. The rear section, built from what appears to be an aluminum shed, transforms the car into a rolling contradiction. Two round porthole-style windows sit on the sides like confused eyes, while a wooden rear door, yes, would, because why not, adds that final, I gave up halfway but committed anyway. Inside, the philosophy continues function over form, and then over function too. There's a wooden platform that once held a mattress, suggesting dreams of road trips and freedom. There are cutouts where a stove and oven might have lived, cupboards clinging to existence, and a red curtain hanging like it's still trying to protect someone's privacy from 1973. Modern collectors often seek clean examples of classic sedans or professionally built campers. This machine is neither and somehow both. It exists in a niche category I like to call bold decisions with consequences. My neighbor Bob insists vehicles like this were part of a secret government experiment to test human patience. Honestly, after seeing the interior, I'm not ruling it out. But here's the thing. We have to respect it. This strange hybrid represents creativity without permission. It's a reminder that innovation doesn't always look polished. Before we talk numbers, we have to give this machine its due. It survived through weather, neglect, questionable decisions, and probably a few arguments about whether that curtain was still usable. It made it to today. That alone deserves applause. Now, let's talk money. Back in 1949, a standard Buick Super would have cost somewhere in the range of $2,200 to $2,500. Adjusted for today, that's roughly $28,000 to $32,000, depending on condition and model. Auction-wise, pristine Buick Supers have sold for significantly higher figures at events like Meckham auctions, sometimes reaching into the $30,000 plus range when properly restored. This one, let's just say its value lies more in storytelling than resale potential. And honestly, we love it for that. It's weird, it's wild, and it refuses to be ignored. In a world full of polished builds and predictable designs, this Buick camper stands out like Timmy at a formal dinner, uninvited, slightly chaotic, but impossible to forget. Huge thanks to all the channel sponsors, you legends who support this madness and make sure we can keep finding vehicles that confuse, inspire, and occasionally terrify us. You're the real MVP.